John, the season's on the line on Sunday against Oldham.
Yeah, it's a real important game. It's a real important game for them as well. We know about that, and we knew this was the situation. So it's a matter of preparing as well as we can do, and it's a matter of being ready for 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Throughout your coaching history, you've been involved in these types of games. How important is it to get the players motivated and energised for Sunday?
I don't think it'd be a problem motivating them, and I don't think it'd be a problem with their energy levels, because we're preparing for this game prior to the Hemel game, and we made sure that some players were rested, or were carrying bumps and bruises. And in all honesty, now when you look at the squad really is it's free from scrapes and bumps and bruises, and it's very much the bouncing. So I feel that's worked out really well, and it's given us a 1 or 2 selection headaches that we're going to have to make sure we get right for this coming weekend.
In terms of the players, how's the week going to go here at Tong and Odsal?
Well, it's going to be very much, you can't know much different from when you're preparing for a game that's our 30-odd game of the season. You don't sort of step up train or anything like that, what you've got to do. They know the structures that we're going to use. They know they very much know what Oldham are going to throw at us. We had a sample of that two weeks ago, and also we've looked at their game against London Scholars, so we're really up to speed, we feel, with what they're going to throw at us. So we feel content and happy with our preparation, but obviously it's all to do with the 80 minutes on Sunday.
Playing them just 2 weeks ago, John, does that sort of help and aid your preparations?
Not really, because they've 3 players who are going to be missing. We may well have a slightly different team out. It's certainly a different venue, a bigger playing surface. So, there are differences, and there's obviously the other difference is it'll be Mr. Smith who's refereeing, who's a Super League referee. So there's all sorts of differences. So it helps in some ways and not in others. But it's something that Doncaster and working hard to put up with as well. So you've just got to get on with it and do as best you can.
You mentioned after the game against Hemel that would be an early Christmas wish. Do you see the game potentially being officiated differently on Sunday with a Super League referee?
I'm not sure about being officiated differently, but obviously if you've refereed at that higher level, I think it's easier to sort of make the correct decisions and to keep control of the game and have a rapport with the players. So I'm not seeing that there'll be much different with regards to the laws of the game, but I certainly think perhaps the game may well be a little bit quicker, and if the game is quicker, I think that will sort of benefit us.
Obviously, John, this is a game that every player wants to play in, but you can only pick 17.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, there's 17 shirts, aren't there? But everybody's played a big part in this season, and hopefully this isn't the last game. So should we win this, there's an even more important game the week after. So there may well be some disappointed players, and there's bound to be, and I wouldn't expect anything else. But what they've got to do is to accept the decision that's been made, accept that it was out of their hands at this point, although it's obviously been in their hands with performances prior to this, and then accept that we're doing what we feel is right to bring on the bacon on Sunday. And then they need to support the colleagues, and obviously then should the team change for the week after because of the opposition, because of injuries, because of suspension, because of a poor performance, whatever, they've then got to seize that opportunity for that game.
And I think it's quite a testament to Scott Naylor and Oldham, John, that they've lost very few games by more than 6 or 8 points this season. That's a huge spanner and a huge indicator of just how tough it's going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't really need any reminding, because we got reminded 2 weeks ago how tough it was going to be. So we're fully aware of how difficult this game is, and we're fully aware of what we'll need to do in order to be successful, and that's what we'll endeavour to do.
Playing at Odsal, John, with the magnificent Bull supporters back in, that's obviously going to be worth a few points.
Yeah, well, we need them. In all honesty, we need them. We need these fans to really get behind us. We need these fans to create a big match atmosphere, and we need to respond as a playing group to that big match atmosphere. So, they can be very, very important in order to carry us home, because there's bound to be times during the game when there's an element of fatigue, there's a decision gone against you, whatever, and that's when your back's against the wall. That's when you need your fans sort of roaring your home and helping you and lifting your energy level so that you can make that crucial effort in order for success, either with the ball or without the ball.
Finally, John, it promises to be a great spectacle, one way or the other. It is knockout football after all.
It is, yeah, and everybody's aware of, the structure and of the competition and what's at stake. So, I don't think I'll need to rev the players up. I don't think you'll need to rev the players up. I don't think Scott Naylor will with his Oldham team either. We all know what's at stake, and we all know it's a big game.